One of the most common questions I get is how to use smart bulbs that are on a wall switch so they don't accidentally get turned off and lose their smarts. Maybe you want full color control, or maybe you're renting or don't want to wire in smart wall switches. Normally, the easiest solution is to put a cover on the switch to keep somebody from turning it off, and then sticking a smart button either on top of that cover or next to it. But what if you could just do both at the same time? This is the Slate Switch by Zunzunbi. It covers your normal wall switch and provides up to 8 smart buttons for you to control your smart lights or really any smart device in your home. And thanks to Zunzunbi for sponsoring this video, I'll be able to show you a couple ideas for how I can use these in my home and how to easily set them up with SmartThings and Home Assistant, and maybe some things that can also be improved with them. In the box with the Slate Switch, you'll find a couple sheets of stickers, the Slate Switch itself, a small instruction manual, and a spacer for toggle switches. As you can see, it comes as a blank canvas. That's because the surface is one smooth panel where you can choose how you want to arrange up to 8 individual buttons. You want to start by thinking about where you're going to use this and how many of the 8 buttons you want to use. Here in our bedroom, we have a nightstand lamp that's plugged into a switched outlet and is controlled by this wall switch here on the end. And in that lamp, there's a hue bulb. So whenever somebody turns off this switch, that hue bulb loses all of its smarts. So the goal here is to leave this on and put a Slate switch over the top of it with easy controls to turn that hue bulb on and off and control the dim level. And maybe as a bonus, we'll also have the Slate switch control all the other lamps in the room. The included 2 sheets of stickers include a pretty wide variety of sticker options. You start by peeling the stickers off of the sheet and placing them on the Slate switch's surface. I'm going to arrange this Slate switch for our bedroom with 4 buttons down the middle. There's several stickers included to illustrate light control, but I chose to go with the outlined lit bulb at the top to indicate turn on, the dark bulb at the bottom to indicate off, and arrow buttons in the middle to control the dim level. Once you have your Slate switch stickered up, remove the battery cover and pull the strip out of the included coin cell battery to put it in setup mode. To set the quantity and location of the buttons, while holding the setup button under the battery cover, tap the stickers you applied earlier to assign the button locations and quantity. I do wish the setup button was a little further away from the plastic case, so it's a little bit easier to hold and press, but once done pressing your button locations, let go of the setup button. At this point, the Slate switch is ready to add to your smart home. The Slate switch uses Zigbee to connect to your smart home, so you'll need a Zigbee hub to use it, like Home Assistant, Homey, Hubitat, or this Smart Home Hub 2 from SmartThings. Now in our bedroom, I have an older Samsung SmartThings station that also has Zigbee in it. Open the SmartThings app, tap plus in the upper right and choose Add Device. Tap Add under the Partner Device option, scroll down to Zunzunbi or search Slate Switch at the top search menu. Once you find the Slate Switch listing, tap it. If you have multiple hubs, tap the one you want to use, probably the closest option to your Slate switch. The app will have you scan the QR code on the back of the Slate switch, and at this point, press any button on it to put it into pairing mode. The SmartThings app should find the Slate switch at this point, and you can tap into the device. The device page shows the play sound locator and temperature sensor at the top, which are nice bonus functions to see included with the Slate switch. Below that, SmartThings makes it really easy to set up press and hold actions for each of the buttons that you've created on your Slate switch. Just tap the press or hold action for the specific button that you want to set up. SmartThings provides a lot of options for the actions you can perform. In my case, I want tapping the top button to turn on my lamp at 100%. You can also choose an icon for this action in the SmartThings app. From here, you repeat that for the other buttons that you have set up on the Slate switch. Now for my middle arrow buttons to control dim level, unfortunately SmartThings doesn't include an action to just change the dim level by X% whenever a button is pressed on the device that you're targeting. So I just chose a fixed 70% dim level for the top middle arrow button and 20% for the bottom middle arrow button. For my hold actions, I chose holding the top on button to turn on all the lamps in the room. Similarly, holding the bottom button turns off all the lamps in the room, not just the one you controlled earlier for the press buttons. It's nice that you can control separate press and hold actions on the buttons on the Slate switch. This has worked really well for controlling the lamp, specifically by pressing the buttons, and controlling all the lamps by holding the buttons. Since Slate Switch uses Zigbee and my other lights and SmartThings run locally, the actions I set up respond decently fast and they'll work if the internet is out. The next place that I can use Slate Switch is actually right here in my office. It has recessed can lights that I use smart bulbs in because I want to independently control the lights in the back of the room from the ones in the front of the room. For example, in this shot that you're watching right here, the lights in the back have some color to them and they're actually dim compared to the ones in front of me that are a bright white. Now this room has a lot of other devices that are in Home Assistant. So I'm going to set up this Slate Switch here with all 8 buttons in Home Assistant so that I can not only control the recessed can lights, but also control scenes, run my shades, and disarm my alarm all from this Slate Switch. The Slate Switch includes a good variety of stickers on 2 sheets. I put the same 4 light control stickers on the top half of the switch that I used on the bedroom switch earlier. On the bottom of the half, in the 3rd row, I put 2 stickers to open and close my shades. The bottom row is a sticker I'm using to indicate running a scene, and in the bottom right there's a sticker to indicate arming and disarming our alarm. After the stickers were applied, the same process is followed to hold the setting button under the battery panel and register the number and locations of the buttons on the front of the Slate Switch. One note here, make sure you hear a beep each time you press a button to register it. Now it's ready to add to Home Assistant, where I'm using their ZBT2 antenna for my Zigbee radio. Tap the ellipsis menu in the upper right, choose Add to Home Assistant, tap Add Device, and then tap Add Zigbee Device. When Home Assistant starts searching, tap one of the buttons on the Slate Switch to put it in pairing mode and let Home Assistant go through the configuration process. Once it finishes, you're ready to assign actions to the buttons. Now, I'll fully admit that Home Assistant doesn't make it particularly easy or straightforward on how to set up actions for Zigbee buttons in their environment. The best way to do it by far is to find a blueprint for that button and use it. And luckily, Slate Switch has built blueprints for both ZHA and Zigbee to MQTT for Home Assistant. And I'll put a link to that in the description, but let me walk you through how that works. So you're going to go to the link for the post in the Home Assistant community forum that Slate Switch has provided, and you'll find 2 different links, one for the ZHA integration and another for the Zigbee to MQTT. You're going to click the appropriate one based on whichever Zigbee environment you're running. So I'm going to click the one for ZHA since that's what I'm running. So give you a prompt to confirm you want to open it in your Home Assistant environment, and then you'll get a pop-up now in Home Assistant to confirm the address for the blueprint that you're importing. You'll click Preview, and then it'll show you the path that it's going to save this blueprint into your Home Assistant environment. Click Import Blueprint. Now from here, it's going to stick you onto the blueprint page in Home Assistant. And by the way, I'm doing this on my computer, but you could also do this on your mobile phone too. It should work just fine that way. But if you scroll down to the bottom, you should see a list, an entry for in your blueprint list called ZunZunB Slate Switch, parentheses ZHA, or since I use ZHA, probably Z2M or Zigbee to MQTT if you use that option. So if you click into it, it'll now give you a nice screen in the blueprint where all you have to do is click the drop down at the top to choose the Slate Switch that you're setting this up for. So if you had multiple Slate Switches, it would show here. I'm going to choose the one that I have set up in Home Assistant. And from here, you get a nice, easy to use layout showing, buttons 1 through 8, up to 8 buttons for the short presses at the top, and then buttons 1 through 8 for the long presses at the bottom. So you have 16 total actions you can now set in Home Assistant for these buttons. And on each row for that combination of button number and short press or hold, you just click Add Action. And from here, on the Actions tab in the middle, there is a ton of actions that you can do in Home Assistant. Of course, Home Assistant being what it is you have a ton of flexibility. You want to turn on a light, you can do that. Lock something, run your lawnmower if you want to, you can do that, all of that from your Slate Switch. So in this case, for my first button, which is the on button here at the top, I'm going to click Light, click Turn On, and I want to, for my target, I have these set up as a group called the Office Cans, like so. And I'm going to turn them on, and I'm going to put in a brightness of 100% here also as an option. like that. And I'm also gonna set this color temperature. That way if I had them set to colors for filming or something, I can put them to a nice, just kind of plain white. And then you can collapse this section. I now have that action assigned to button 1 short press. And I will do the same thing for button 2, which is the off button, to turn them off. So click into this, action, light, turn off, assign my target as my office cans, like so, and that'll turn them off. Now for button 3, which is my up dim level, if you click into this, actions, go back to light, turn on again, and once again, you choose office cans as the target. Oops, that's wrong. Choose office cans as the target. And if you scroll down to the bottom of this action, you can see there's an option in Home Assistant to change the brightness by a step. So, for example, if I put a 25 in here and the brightness level is at 50 and I press this button, it'll raise the brightness to 75%. So I'm going to put a smaller increment here, like 10% for pressing. And when I set up the hold action for this button, I'll do the same thing, but a larger step, like a 25% step. That way if I hold, it'll increase by 25%, but if I tap, it'll increase by 10% so I can fine tune it. That's kind of the flexibility you get out of having a press and a hold action in Home Assistant. So that's done. Now I'll do the same thing for button 4 to bring the dim level down. Now button 5 and 6 here, I have set up for my shades. So I'm gonna do this icon on button 5 is the open. So for button 5 short press, I'm gonna come here and go to cover, is what Home Assistant calls shades. I'm gonna do open. And in this case, I have my office shades. I have a left and a right shade. I could add these as 2 individual actions, or I could go into areas. If I scroll down a little bit, and I could say, open the shades in my office, and that'll send the command to both of those at the same time for any shade that's set up in my office area in Home Assistant. Same thing for button 6, for closing the shades or the cover. Here on an area, I'm going to do my office, and it'll close the shades when I press button 6 here, right here. Bottom left is my scene button. That's what I interpret it as a scene design. So for button 7, for an action, I'm going to search scene. I'm going to activate a scene. In this case, my target scene is going to be my, what I call my, I think I call it my, talking head lighting. That sets the lighting in my office for when I'm filming. Then I'll run that scene. And lastly, for the button 8 short press, which is my shield here for my alarm system, for actions, for alarm control panel, I'm going to put tapping it will arm it away. Put my alarm, which is my Alarmo system, like so. That's all my short presses set up. And then you're going to do the same thing for the long presses. So for now, I'm just on the mode of button 8 for the security system. For button 8 long press this time, I'm going to disarm the system if I hold the alarm button, like so. And for my shades, I have an idea that on button 6, kind of the close icon, if I long press the close one, I have a specific section on my right shade that I want it at to block sun in the morning when it's coming in through that window. So I'm going to go to set position on the button 6 long press, put in my office right shade, and I want it at it's right around 50%, blocks the sun enough in the morning that I can work without getting blinded. And that's pretty much it. You're gonna just go action by action and assign, you're gonna go button press by button press and assign the actions you want to do it. When you're done setting up all the buttons how you like, you save. It's gonna have you rename this because it's gonna copy this blueprint over the automations page. So I'm gonna call it Slate Switch Office Actions. Go ahead and assign it to my office area down here. And I'm also gonna add a category. I like to categorize my automations, remotes and buttons, rename it. That's now saved it in Home Assistant. Now I can go test out all my actions here on the Slate Switch. So you can see, I don't know if you can pick up the video, but it's turning the lights on and off. And I press the shade, it'll close my shades. So all that is done quickly and easily using this blueprint that ZunZunBee provides for their Slate Switch. Needless to say, these 8 buttons with 2 actions each for a total of 16 actions gives you a lot of flexibility on all the things that I can control here in my office using Home Assistant. Setting up and using the Slate Switch was easy, especially using the blueprint in Home Assistant. And it's been nice having these wall switches covered with something functional that gives an easy to use manual control for the lights without turning off the actual physical wall switch. However, there are a few minor things about the Slate Switch I'd like to see improved. Since the Slate Switch is a hard, flat panel, it can sometimes be tough to tell if a button press is registered. There's currently a small beep and an LED light flash, but some kind of haptic feedback would be good, and the LED could be a little bit brighter. As far as physical installation goes, Slate Switch works with paddle switches and toggle switches with the included spacer. You could also fit 2 side by side if you need to. But it doesn't work with screwless wall plates since the magnets either aren't strong enough or they don't line up well with these sleeker wall plates. I also feel like the toggle switch spacer solution appearance could be improved because it just looks a little bulky. Speaking of appearances, the Slate Switch is certainly better looking than a switch cover and tacking on a separate button. But the stickers to indicate where the buttons are on the front of it seem kind of just sloppy. It's hard to describe. It would be cool if ZunZunBee had a Slate Switch panel design section on their website where you can drag and drop the button icons where you wanted them, and for a few extra bucks they would print that off in one solid sheet that you could put on the front of the Slate Switch instead of having the separate stickers that maybe you don't quite align right or maybe they're a little sideways on accident. It'd just look a little bit cleaner in my opinion. Overall, I'm pretty impressed by the ZunZunBee Slate Switch. I love seeing unique smart home devices come to market, especially ones that solve a common problem that you see in a lot of smart homes. I also like that it uses Zigbee so that it runs locally with your smart home hub. While it's not as sleek as a full-on smart switch, it's certainly better looking than a taped over wall switch or a cover and button combo just slapped on your wall. The Slate Switch is available for $39 on Amazon and ZunZunBee's own website, and they have multi-packs on their site that drop that price a little bit further per unit. I feel like that's a fair price for a unique device that has a lot of flexibility to it and cleans up the appearance of your wall. What do y'all think? Do you have problems with smart bulbs on wall switches in your home that this would help solve? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe for more smart home videos.